In UP Shravasti, which is 600 km away from Delhi, Mr. Bhure Mishra saw the news over the social media and started panicking about his three sons who lives in Delhi. He started calling each of them. Two of them picked the phone, but the third one, Dinesh, did not. Mr. Bhure was still high on the hopes. He waited, but hours later, his worst fear came true, ladies and gentlemen, when he came to know that Dinesh had died in the blast near the Delhi's Red Fort. It's been 5 months of deadly Pahalgam terror attack. The wounds are still fresh. The pain is always going to be in the heart, and I have the same rage which I had during the time of May. The rageful questions that who is responsible for all this, who is going to take the accountability, and what is the value of mine, yours, the common people of this nation. And amid all this, here comes news from the national capital that a high intensity explosion has ripped through a slow moving car at the traffic signal nearby the Delhi's Red Fort metro station on Monday, killing at least 13 people and injuring many others. The blast was immensely powerful that it destroyed the nearby vehicles, which suggests the use of a highly refined explosive mix of ammonium nitrate combined with the fuel oil plus electronic detonator. Now, as of now, the time I'm recording this video, there are no official statement the reason behind this attack. Our Home Minister and other officials have said that they are exploring all the possibilities. As the investigation moves forwards, the prime suspect or the key suspect, according to the central agency and the Delhi police, was Umar Mohammed, a Pulwama resident and a doctor who allegedly parked his I-20 white Hyundai, which later on exploded. According to the investigator, this car explosion could be a suicide attack. They say that the probe indicates the suspect motive, that he planned the suicide attack as soon as he learned that the Faridabad module has been busted, according to Times of India. Now, what is Faridabad module? Let's talk a bit about it. On 10th of November, 7 persons were held during the Faridabad explosive recovery. It was a joint operation between the police forces of Haryana, Jammu Kashmir and Intelligence Bureau, where according to them, they foiled a major terror attack or plot when they seized the 350 kg of explosives. Now, in this Faridabad module, the people who have been arrested, the 4 big names which you should definitely know are Dr. Umar ul Nabi, the Pulwama resident working in the Faridabad's Al Falah University, Dr. Muzammal Shakil, again Pulwama resident working in Faridabad, Dr. Adil Anantnag, and a female Dr. Shaheen from Lucknow. Along with all this, the Faridabad's Al Falah University is also under the police's lens. Investigative agencies like NIA, Delhi Police, Jammu Kashmir Police are coordinating with each other, conducting the raids. The time I'm recording this video, just now I came to know that this case has been now transferred to the National Investigating Agency, and of course the agency is going to do its work. Our Home Minister has already said that yes, we are exploring all the possibilities. Our Honorable Prime Minister, who is on his Bhutan trip, from there he had vowed that whosoever is behind this attack won't be spared and will be brought to the justice. And yeah, it's okay, fine. And now I will ask the question as the common person or as the citizen of this nation. And yeah, some people will say that I'm trying to politicize this issue in such sensitive times. I should not say like this. So I really want to ask this question to those people with utmost humility and respect, seeing the sensitiveness of time, that if not the government, then where should I go and ask that what is the value of the common person or mine in this nation? The 13 people who lost their lives in this deadly blast for no good reason, weren't their lives political? The Pahalgam attack was also very sensitive, and the people who lost their lives, their loved ones, also asked the same question to the rulers of this nation about the security lapse, as they should have. And yeah, of course, we all should stand by this fact, because that's what probably we have voted for. From the time of demonetization, which was also the time I started understanding a bit about politics, the ruling party leaders are continuously claiming and saying that we have eradicated terrorism, no blast, this, that, but the reality is really different from what they say and they claim. And that's why it becomes the need for me to ask them that if I step out of my home, is my life safe or not? Well, as of now, I really hope that the people who are injured should get recovered as soon as possible, and the ones who have lost their life should get justice. With this, ladies and gentlemen, I take your permission, and I will definitely see you in the next video with something super important as usual without hesitating. Till then, please keep questioning your system. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.